guys, welcome to Gardening Friends, and I'm your host Scott. Well, today we're going to transplant a few hot peppers and a tobacco plant, so stay tuned for that. And okay, first we're going to fill up my pots. I got some pots for this project, and let's fill them up. Okay, well, let's fill up these pots. These are 10 inches pots. I got 3 of these. So let's start by filling these up. Here's 3. Okay, these are what I want to transplant. There are, I believe, 1 scorpion, 1 butch tea, 1 pepper plant, and 1 bell green pepper. So those are the ones I'm going to retransplant in these pots here, these big pots. Okay, I guess we're going to start with the butch tea here, and I'm going to put this in a big pot. I want to try to fit all of the soil and everything in one shot. Try not to shock the plant too much, so I got to make a pretty big hole in here. Let me get you in close. That's what I do. I push the soil to the side, make a big hole for my transplant. So now all I gotta do is drop it in, bury it, water it thoroughly, and it should be good. So here we go. Carefully hold it and keep the plant between your fingers. And tip the whole thing so it just drops in your hand, like so. Now carefully turn it over so it doesn't crumble, and you place it gently in the pot. You see what I did here? If you look carefully, my plant is actually not gonna go into shock because I did not disturb the soil or nothing. I'm just expanding everything, expanding the whole pot so the roots can actually go further down, and it will grow. It should grow pretty nicely in this big pot. So that's how I transplant without trying to shock my plants. So now I just gotta put some soil all around, make sure it's nice and comfy. These are plants that I'm gonna keep over winter inside, so they can keep growing inside. So right in my patio window. So by next summer, these things are gonna be humongous. Look at that! Isn't that perfect? Big pot, small plant. Now it can grow. Grow, baby, grow. Now here's one. I'm not sure what this is, but I think it's a scorpion plant, scorpion pepper. The name's not on there anymore, but I think it's a scorpion or a 7-pot or something like that. So if anybody knows the leafing of this seedling, maybe you can let me know. Here's a close-up of it. Okay, but I know it's a hot pepper, so maybe someone out there knows exactly what it is from the leaf I just showed you. And I'd be much obliged if you just remind me what this is, because I don't know, maybe it's the age thing, I forget. So, but I think it was like a scorpion or something really hot. I just don't remember which one. Okay, so I made my hole again. I push the dirt all to the sides, so it makes a big hole in here, right in the center. Now I'm dumping everything here in my hand, trying to get it in one shot. Sometimes you gotta pray, but I got it pretty good. So tip it over slowly without crumbling everything. Just drop it in slowly. There we go. Now, by doing it this way, once again, you're making sure that your plant doesn't go into shock. It just keeps the disturbance to the minimal, so the plant can recuperate pretty quick, you know, without disturbing its own soil and roots and whatnot. Don't worry, it's gonna find its own way through the big bucket, so no big deal. There. So now I just gotta add a little soil to it. All around. I'm gonna have to stake these up too. They're a little bit flimsy. But once they get a little taller, they're not quite tall enough yet, but I will cut them down in half, so the stalk become a whole lot stronger, a lot more bushier. Basically the same thing that I do to a tomato plant. You know, cut them in half. That way the stalks become a lot stronger and a whole lot bushier. Not so tall, but a lot stronger to the wind. It's all pros, there's no con to this. So there we go, number 2 done. So once again, if someone can remind me what this is, here's a close-up again. Here, I'll try to dip it as much as I can. Okay, and this is it right here. Okay, this is number 2 pot unknown. Okay, next I want to plant this bell green pepper. I don't remember the variety, but I know it's heirloom. Same thing here. Put my soil to the side, do a big hole so that my whole cup can fit right inside like this, and should be pretty good. So let's tip this over. There we go, look at that. Ain't that nice? One shot, that way your plant doesn't go into shock. Turn it over, drop it in slowly. And look at that. So now I just put the soil all around so it can hold itself up. There we go. Now all I gotta do is fill the rest in by hand. So basically, guys, if you do your transplanting like this, it could be any fruits, it could be any vegetables, it can be any seedling. If you do it like this, there's a minimal chance of your plant or your vegetable or your whatever you're planting, there's a minimal chance it will go into shock. And this is why I do it this way. Minimal is good. Keeps your plant healthy, they don't wilt, and you know, you just try to use your, you know, the best, whatever is best for the plant. Okay, now this is number 3. That looks pretty nice. That's another, it looks like a 2-gallon pot, or anyways, it's 10-inch pot, so it's pretty darn big. Look at this. This is a tobacco plant. I could just throw this one out because I got 3 other ones on the balcony, but look how nice they're doing, and it just goes against my grain to throw it out, so I need to plant it. I just can't do it. I can't bring myself to throw that thing out. So if it's gonna live, it's gonna live. If it's gonna die, it's gonna die on its own. There we go. Once again, you just tap it, turn it upside down in your hand, making sure you're trying not to disturb anything. Turn it over easy. Sometimes it doesn't quite work out, but most of the time it does. So drop it in slowly. Okay, now we can just pack it around there slowly so the plant holds itself. Then we can fill the rest up manually, and making sure you don't cover the leaves on the tobacco plant. These guys are so weak. I mean, the stem, that is. I mean, you water them and they just fall over. So that's a one that these guys, I'm definitely gonna have to stake him up, give him a helping hand. There. 4 pots retransplanted, and this is a tobacco plant. All doing great. There we go. Well, now it's time for me to put my chicken fence on top of my pot. There, so now I can just spread it apart like this and put it right in my, like this, see. Now you kind of just press them down all around the bucket. Well, there we go. All planted and the chicken fence installed on my pots. It's looking good all over the place. Here's the zucchini plant I just replanted. And there we go. Everything looks in order. Well, that's it, folks. You saw me retransplant my peppers and tobacco plant. Put chicken fence on top of my pots so the squirrels can't get to them. I water them thoroughly. Put them back on my balcony, and we're gonna pray. Now they should grow pretty good now. So, okay, guys. Until next time on my next video. We'll catch you later. Bye.